Also, I will make him my firstborn.
Higher than the kings of the earth. Here, the Creator, Yahweh, states emphatically that he will call David his son, and he will make him higher than any of the kings of the earth. Now, if Christ is to be the king of the Jews, and if the Creator's kingdom to be on earth, here he said he will make David higher than any kings on this earth, and he will make David his firstborn. So right here you see what David calls, well, the Creator, Yahweh, calls David his firstborn son, and said he would make him higher than the kings of the earth, and where the Creator said he would plague them that hate him, and in his arms should be exalted through David. And then notice what the Creator said about King David. He also talked about him in the book of Songs, the 2nd chapter. Now, every song that I go, your book on the side will see where they put Christ, but no time is Christ mentioned. Though Christ in the New Testament is never mentioned from the mouth of Yahweh. In every verse that we've read, even though they say Messiah, Masonic, where it points to Christ, the Almighty said it's David. Now, whose word are you going to take? Isn't it time for you so-called religious people that say that you have so much faith in the Creator to start showing it by your works? Isn't it time for you to show it? You use one of my favorite proverbs, which says, trust in Yahweh with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Be not wise in your own eyes, fear Yah, and depart from evil. Isn't it time that you stop being wise in your own eyes? Isn't it time for you to stop trusting in your ministers? Isn't it time for you to look at Yah and say, I will accept what you said because you said it, and it can't be wrong? I can be wrong. Brother Alicia can be wrong. My ministers can be wrong, but you can't be wrong. And I've been ignoring your words far too long. And it is time for me to accept what you say. If I am to accept salvation, I am to accept what you said. We find in the book of Songs, Songs 2, verse 7 starts off. Verse 6 starts off.
Yet I have set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
Here the Creator said, I've set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
I will declare the decree. Yahweh hath said unto me.
Notice, Yahweh hath said unto me. And he's talking about King David. And what did he say unto King David? Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. You're absolutely right. He told him the same thing that's recorded in the book of Psalms 89. But the thing you have to understand is Psalms 2 did not come before Psalms 89. Psalms 2 came after Psalms 89. What you have to understand is that David only had 72 psalms, and they're not in the right order. They put them in the order that they wanted them to. And then any songs that they didn't know who the author was, they always attributed David's name to it. But this Psalms 2 go in back of Psalms 89. He never had 89 songs. There was never 89 songs. But we will get into that discussion a little later. Let's go ahead.
Ask of me.
It said, ask of me, said Yahweh.
And I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance.
And I'm going to give thee the heathens for your inheritance. Is he talking to Christ? Is he telling the Christ that says, love everybody that came to die for the sins of the world, that I'm going to give you the heathens for your inheritance? The heathens are the non-Israelites that don't know Yahweh. And here the Almighty's telling David, I'm going to give you the heathens for your inheritance. But since you're going to make this Christ, is this what the Most High telling Christ? That I'm going to give you the Gentiles and the heathens for your inheritance, for you to possess and rule over forever? But at the same time, you're to bring love to the earth. You're to die for the sins of man, and all they got to do is believe in your name, and they shall be saved. No, this is not adding up to it, is it? Let's keep reading.
And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
The Creator said unto David, I'm going to give you the uttermost parts of the earth. And y'all talking about going into heaven to Christ. Well, this son, the Most High, is talking about, is going to be ruled in the earth. And he will be ruling and possessing the heathens, and Yah will be giving him the uttermost parts of the earth for his possession.
Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
You're going to break them down with a rod of iron.
Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
This king that Yah said is going to grab the heathens and his enemies and dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings.
He's telling you fools to take heed now. He said, be wise now, therefore, ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of this earth. Serve Yahweh with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We further turn to the book of Isaiah. This is another verse that the Christians would love to run to and say, oh, here they're talking about Christ here. Let's see if they're talking about Christ of the New Testament. Well, let's see if they're talking about this same great King David. We'd go to the book of Isaiah, the 9th chapter, and we're going to read the 6th and the 7th verse.
For unto us a child is born.
And to us, Israel, a child is born.
Unto us a son is given.
Unto us a son is given.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Yes, the arm of Yahweh, the government of Yahweh shall be upon his shoulders. Yahweh's government, not Christ's government, not Christ's church, not the her church of Christ, but the government of Yahweh shall be upon the shoulders of this individual.
And his name shall be called.
His name shall be called
Wonderful.
Wonderful
Counselor.
Now, Christ was never called Wonderful Counselor.
Of the mighty Elohim.
In your book, it says the mighty Elohim. Well, we'll leave it like it is in your book. Christ was never called the Elohim.
Of the everlasting Father.
He was never called, as it ends your book, the everlasting Father. Christ was never called the everlasting Father.
The Prince of Peace.
And he was never called the Prince of Peace. And as a matter of fact, Christ said emphatically that he was not this Prince of Peace. He said, I'm not the Prince of Peace.